I'd like to introduce Teresa, who is the Illinois president of the NAACP, who we're just honored to have here from Springfield today.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I just have a couple of things that I want to say. A couple of years ago, how we got involved in working with Kevin's group, and it's truly been a blessing. It's a ministry for us. Black people and other minorities are dying at a higher rate than anyone else. The NAACP was the only civil rights organization in Illinois that said, plant the seed, say no to weed. And that was something that I came up with because we were meeting with young people and they were talking about, what if I'm going to college and I smoke weed? They didn't realize that they were going to lose their scholarships. People are losing their lives every day because of weed. And dabbing is one of the things that I would encourage all of us to educate ourselves about and our young people. Last year, my granddaughter tried to commit suicide after using a dab pen. Does everyone in this room know what a dab pen is? When you're smoking and you're using a dab pen, one dab pen equals 7 joints. How many people in America do you know that sit down in one setting and smoke 7 joints? It just doesn't happen in America. So we have to educate our community and educate our young people. The other thing that the NAACP fought against is the fact that when they were talking about marijuana was going to be a great thing, especially for black people and poor people, those who were impacted with the war on drugs, it turned out not to be so great. And we knew that they were lying when the big people were coming to us and saying that we were going to give up to 25% of the monies collected from marijuana usage back to the communities who were directly impacted. We haven't seen any of that money. We don't have any black or brown dispensaries in the state of Illinois. Not that we want them, but if everyone else is benefiting from it, why shouldn't we? There are some people who smoke weed who believe in it and they're going to continue to do it. We can't stop it. But what we want to do is to be able to educate people. And if Illinois is bringing in all this money, billions and billions of dollars, truly go back and give it to the people who were directly impacted. Because what we decided to do is that we would expunge your records, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get a job. It doesn't mean that you're going to own the building. I called it modern day slavery, and it pissed a lot of people off, and I didn't care because it was okay for black people to plant the weed, grow the weed, clip the weed, and bag the weed and sell the weed for someone else, but we couldn't do it for ourselves. And with the war on drugs, more black and brown people went to prison than any other group of people. With COVID, a lot of them died. They weren't able to get out. 3 strikes was real, and it's still impacting the black and brown community, as well as the white community, and we don't discount that at all. But what we need to do in America, and what we're trying to do throughout the state of Illinois and other countries, as soon as Kevin calls and says, hey, they're talking about having marijuana legislation, and we know what it did to Illinois. Can you meet us down in Little Rock, Arkansas? Or can you go down to Alabama or somewhere else? So whenever he calls, I'm there. Because people need to see people who look like me, who grew up in those type of environments and planted the seed and said no to weed. But thank you all for listening. I appreciate it.